Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. We got, for once, we don't have any cats in the room, but we do have the dog. Cats are sleeping in the cat trees out there. I don't know. They're like, yeah, we're gonna sleep out here. Okay. But the dog is like, Mama, I'm here. Okay, get your bones. The overall energy for the reading, the Two of Pentacles. A little bit up in the air about something. Like there's a little bit of... Why is there a spider web? Seriously, dude. Fucking spiders. Anyways, a little bit of fogginess, a little bit of over something. Even though in the energies I'm not seeing that because the energies seem pretty clear, but I'm sure mentally when we put things out there in the physical, things could take a turn. So yeah, there's a little like what the fuck type of a thing here. In the recent past, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Somebody's really struggling to keep shit together. Like, not only to keep it together, but to keep it peaceful, happy, you know, nice. Somebody's putting in a lot of effort and is having a really hard time to keep it all together. And I think that somebody is you there. In the current situation, the Lovers, the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles. Alright, there's a... pretty strong connection at play here. I'm not seeing a lot happening. If anything, I can see you being quite present with everything as is and just kind of taking everything that happens as a lesson learned, you know? So we'll see what's up with that. In the immediate future, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Four of Swords. Alright, you might be getting together with somebody here. It's looking like it's a fun time. It could be a friend or multiple friends. But it's looking to, it's good for you, whatever this is. And not just that, it's really looking fun. Okay. It's one of those, you know, you don't know you need it until it's happening type of deals. Okay, super cool. Let me, oh, Pisces is in the house. Kai is here. Do not jump on things, Kai. You're not good at that. Anyways, let's do the Two of Pentacles. For the Two of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay, so this fogginess type of an energy, it could be a little bit of avoidance, but it's not real. It kind of is ultimately. Let's say you have something you started doing and you're super passionate about it and it's like, oh my god, I want to do this every day for the rest of my life. And then after, I don't know, a couple of weeks, it's like, okay, it's starting to dim down. That passion there is starting to dim down. And you may wake up one day and be like, well, I don't know if I'm in the mood today to do that. You know? So that's, ultimately it leads into, are you going to keep up with this or are you just going to abandon it altogether? You know, like avoid it and just not do it anymore, whatever this is. Interesting. Okay. Like it started off really, you were there with it, you know, and now it's kind of like, I don't know. It happens. Let's do the Ten of Wands. In the recent past, you get the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, man, you are going out of your way here, or trying to, but then you weren't trying to because you figured that that's not going to help you, especially. But initially, yeah, you were like, okay, we got to do everything it takes to keep shit together here, and not only shit together, but shit in a nice way. And I see you stressed out of your mind trying to do that. And then eventually being like, I don't have to do this. You know, it's almost like a subconscious part of you that's saying, you don't have to keep shit together. Not at the cost of, you know, losing yourself in that process. Because that's basically what happened. I see you worn out. So I don't know if that rejection to that notion of keeping shit together came to you, like if you actually took it on, or it was just an energy that was available for you and you just ignored it and you still try to keep shit together. For the Four of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the Six of Swords, the Strength card, the Two of Cups. It's like with anything, right? Let's say you're working on something and you work yourself to the point of exhaustion, to the point of burnout, you know? So if this is a situation with people, which I kind of get a sense that it is, it's the same thing. The same energy applies. You're going to try your best to do everything you can to keep shit together. You're gonna exhaust yourself. You're gonna reach a burnout. And you did. You did. And this energy comes through ultimately as pulling you away from it, because that's what happens in a burnout. We just don't want to do it anymore. We're like, but we're still pushing through, because now we gotta push through. Well, I see you. Well, the energy is showing up as if it's trying to pull you away from this, to give you a little bit of a break, to give you some space from this. But I'm seeing you kind of being, no. The stubbornness comes out, the let's push through comes out. Now we'll make this happen. Don't you worry about it. You know, to what extent, at what cost here, though? Let's do the Ten of Cups. Okay, Kai is out of his exploratory mode of things that are up above and he shouldn't be there with them. And he's in the cat box, and blue is just not settled. For the Ten of Cups, you get the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, and ultimately it got super complicated. This whole notion of, you know, if there's other energies involved, who are you to be the only one that's stressed out so much to keep shit together? You know, what about the other energies at play? What are they doing? And I'm sure they're contributing too. From what I can see in the energies, there is a nice flow in there. But one of you, and I suspect it's you, really, really took it upon themselves. Like it was a mission. Like, no, we gotta keep it tight. It was. You just had to let that drive go, because it just created extra commotion there for you. You know, it was as tight as it could be. And then you look at it, and then is it acceptable for you or not? That's the only thing you can determine for yourself. But not always determine that it's not, and I gotta do more, and I gotta, you know, put more into it and make it bigger, make it stronger, make it da. Hold on. Pause. You know? So I don't know if you paused. I see it turning out good. It's almost like prepping for a party. And it's like you want to throw the perfect party. And nobody's ever going to throw the perfect party. So it's going to be stuff that maybe to the public eye, it's not going to be noticeable. But to the one that's throwing the party, it's going to be, no, it's got to be perfect. Yeah, well. And then guess what? It's never perfect to the one that threw the party. To the rest of them, they probably don't even give a shit. They're like, oh, okay, cool party, you know? So it's one of those things. For the lovers in the current situation, you get the Three of Swords, the lovers, the King of Swords. Yeah, there's a pretty strong connection here. That you are part of. Directly or indirectly, though? I kind of see you a little bit to the side of it. Maybe you're taking a break. I don't know. You're showing me the connection. I'm like, I'm seeing you there somehow, but I'm not convinced that you're directly part of it. So it could be a connection of someone that's super, super close to you, or it could be that you are part of it, but for right now, at least energetically, there seems to be a little bit of taking a break from it, or kind of going inward. not even taking a break, but not really being there with it 100%. There is some pain in there from what I can see, but also the acknowledgement of how deep this connection runs and how important it is and things like that. For the Hangman in the current situation, you get the Knight of Swords, the Sun, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely the it's like you made it a mission, another mission. In the past, you had another mission, you were throwing a party. In here, your mission is to be present, you know, with things as they come, as they happen, as they kind of roll along here. And it's looking like it's doing you good because you're happy, you know. When you decide, okay, I'm going to be present with everything that this situation has to offer, I see happiness there. I see love. I see good things, you know. Let's do the Page of Pentacles in the current situation. The Two of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. You're like, yeah, I worked my ass off to be able to be present. Like, I've been trying to do it for a very long time. And it's still not, you know, perfect. Just like the party. It's still not perfect. You're still not necessarily sustaining that sense of always being present here with everything that is. But you do have your times in which you acknowledge even that, oh, here it is. You know, I am present and it feels fucking amazing. And then you might be pulled out of there. But that's kind of what you're showing me here. You know, it's work in progress. It's something that you always kind of have to keep at and always kind of have to work on. Bloopty. Bloopty? Yeah, not a toy. That's cat. That's cat. Real life cat. I know you want to play, but he's sleeping. So we're not. Oh, you little nose. We're not gonna play with Kai's ears. I mean, you can lick them and all, but not now when he's sleeping, please. No, he wants to play with Kai. Anyways, let's do the Three of Cups in the immediate future. You get the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit. Yeah, this almost looks like maybe... no, you knew about it. I was gonna say maybe an unplanned getting together with someone. But no, I think there's an indication here that you knew, but by the time this happened, you kind of ran out of your mood for it. I don't know. It's okay. Let's say you're planning to see your friends for what? You planned out getting together, a barbecue, right? Sometime a month from now. And you're excited about it. And it's like, oh my God, I haven't seen these guys in forever and I can't wait. And I know I'm always having a good time with them, da-da-da. And then as time progresses, as time passes and it's getting closer and closer to the meetup time, I don't know, shit happens, life happens. And it's almost looking like, I'm not in the mood. I'm really not, I don't know, like, I'm just not there with it, you know? So it kind of feels a little bit like that. Let me do the Page of Wands in the immediate future. The Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Death card. Yeah, because you're going through stuff. You're going through stuff here. There's other stuff going on. You know, as life progresses, there's stuff happening. I do see soul connections around you, so things and people you're connected to, and some of those situations, some of those experiences are moving away from your experience and so on and so forth. So it could be maybe you're losing a friend meanwhile. Maybe they're moving away at the other end of the world. And it's like, it's a loss, you know. It's, yeah, you keep in touch, but it's not the same. That energy that you had up until that point is just not going to be the same, you know. So there's stuff happening. Life is happening. And, it, you know, it's kind of bittersweet because on one hand, it's like what I need is get together with everybody else because I know it's going to be good for me. But at the same time, I'm going through all sorts of things too that are not super major. Not that I can't handle there, but at the same time, it's like, you know, so there's a little bit of that going on in regards to this upcoming barbecue. So you had a party there. You have a barbecue coming up. You got good stuff going on for you right now. For the Four of Swords in the immediate future, you get the World card, the Star, the Ten of Cups. Yeah. It's almost like you want to take things in order. Like, okay, my life is throwing me to the curb, or it's throwing me all sorts of things that, yeah, are not pleasant. I have to deal with them. I would like to deal with that first, and then, wrap everything up, and then have a barbecue or whatever. Have these nice things happening. It's almost like you want to put order to them, but it's like, it's life. There is no order, you know? And I understand that it can be difficult sometimes when you're going through something a little pressing to not have fun when you're meeting up with friends, or, where you would usually have fun, but because, you know what I mean? So you got some stuff happening here. It's not a lot. It's not something you can't handle. You're showing me, no, I got this. But you got a lot of good stuff. You're surrounded by a lot of nice energy too. And I see you wanting to embrace that, but also almost not allowing yourself to, because, again, life happens. And I don't know, I think at the end of the day, you don't have to put order into how life throws things at you. But let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Five of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the World card. There's a conflict that's been going on for who knows how long. I don't know where it's at. It's surrounding you. It's in a particular direction. It's with one energy. It's been there. It hasn't been like, okay, yeah, we fight every time we see each other. No. But something happened and it created this conflicting energy, and that conflicting energy stayed, with you, even if you didn't see the person or talk to the person. And it's bothering you. It's not, it's pissing you off a little bit. It's bothering you. It's in the back of your mind there. It's always there, and it's kind of pressing. It's not great to deal with. There is a cycle that's coming to a close over that, which is telling me it's not going to feel the same, or the conflict itself is going to go away. Somehow it's going to be resolved somehow. So, okay. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.